What is up, YouTube? Today I'm coming back at you with another gaming pickups video, and today I have a few games for you. One of them was a pre-order of a brand new game, so that's why I only have 4 different games for you guys here today. But the games I did get are pretty interesting, at least. And yeah, so let's just get right into it. We'll go oldest games to newest games like usual, and that starts us off with the Xbox this time. So the first game for the original Xbox that I picked up is a very interesting game. I had seen this in stores in my used store before, and I had passed it because I didn't really. It's a licensed game, and I didn't really pay much attention to it. But then I saw that it was made by Bethesda, and I was like, "Well, that's interesting." So I wanted to get it, so I bought it, and that is Pirates of the Caribbean for the original Xbox, made by Bethesda. Now, what this is actually an open-world adventure game set in the Pirates of the Caribbean universe, which is actually really, really cool. Like, an open-world Pirates of the Caribbean game. How could you not want that? But yeah, so there's the front, the back, and it did come complete, as you can see. This game, it's pretty interesting. Like I said, I didn't know that Bethesda made actual licensed games like Pirates of the Caribbean. So when I saw this, I was like, wow, this is really weird. It feels like it uses the engine from the Elder Scrolls Redguard. If you've ever played that, it has very similar combat feel. So if you don't like that style of combat, you're probably not going to like this. But the fact that you get to explore the Pirates of the Caribbean universe and, get on ships and stuff, it's all really, really cool. So I just thought this was a really good pickup, and it's in great shape. It looks basically brand new, so really cool game to get there. Very interesting. Now the next one I picked up is an Xbox exclusive, and it's just a very interesting game all around. And this one is called Grabbed by the Ghoulies. Now this game is a Rareware game. And this was actually Rare's first game made for the Xbox once they were acquired by Microsoft. And this is actually a beat-em-up. And so this is a little bit different than normal Rare games. It did... I can open it up. It did come complete. But this is an interesting game. The art style is really, really good. The music is a little weird. And just the feel of this game is really weird and kind of like, I don't know, it just feels, it's hard to explain how this game feels. It's very different, to say the least, but it's an interesting game where, you just kind of run around, beat up stuff like most beat 'em ups, but it's got that, Rare feel to it, but it still just feels a little wrong. I don't know why, but it just does. So Grabbed by the Ghoulies, it's just a weird game, and I don't know. I had not really heard of this before I picked it up, so I thought it would be an interesting title to check out. So there's Grabbed by the Ghoulies. Now the next system we are moving on to is the Namco Museum. I guess I just told you the name of the game, because I meant to say the Wii, but I just was reading the title. Is Namco Museum Megamix. Obviously this is for the Nintendo Wii. But yeah. This is a collection of 24 arcade games, and this is like the best version of the arcade ports. Like, it comes with I've never heard this game, but it's called Groda. Okay, I don't know what that is, but it comes with Pac-Man. It comes with Galaxian, Rally X, Dig Dug, New Rally X, Pac-Mania, Galaxian, Galaga, King Balloon, Dig Dug again. It comes with a bunch of different arcade games. I'll just let you see the back. It comes with all those arcade games and some new and improved 3D games, which are just really weird because you kind of roll around as Pac-Man in this like 3D overworld to get to these arcade games. It's an interesting setup, but I'm just basically got this for the arcade games because I thought that was a really cool thing to have. I have the Namco Museum for my Game Boy Advance and the original Xbox, but they don't have nearly as many games. The Game Boy version only has 4, and the Xbox version only has 6. So this is like a lot more arcade games. It did not come complete. It only came with the disc, so there's that. And it's kind of in rough shape, but it's whatever. I thought it was pretty cool. Now, this last game is one that I pre-ordered for the Nintendo 3DS, and I had been waiting for this basically since they announced it. I pre-ordered this back around the same time I pre-ordered the Order 1886, and this just came out like last week, and I had to get it because it's part of one of my favorite franchises, and that is Final Fantasy Explorers. Now this, if you've never played, if you haven't played this yet, this is a kind of like Monster Hunter meets Final Fantasy, or it's just a hunting game with a Final Fantasy feel, basically. So you got the Final Fantasy feel story, but the quests are all very go hunt this monster, collect whatever it drops, and build items and armor from whatever it drops. But it kind of feels more like an offline MMO, which I think is really cool. But yeah, the cover for this is really nice. And here's the back. This is actually up to 4-player co-op, I think. Yeah, 4-player co-op from internet or ad hoc. So if you have other friends that have 3DS and you guys both get this, you can do hunting missions and stuff together, which I think is really, really neat. There's also like other Final Fantasy characters that make an appearance, like you have Lightning and Cloud both can appear. That's just, I can see them on the back here, that's why I said that. But the graphics themselves are actually pretty impressive for the 3DS. They're not the best 3DS graphics I've ever seen, but they are definitely above average. So if you want a fun, game that will take a long time to get through and has a lot of content with good graphics, this is a new one to check out, and I really enjoy it. I may be biased because I love Final Fantasy, but I definitely think it's worth checking out. So, there's that game. So that's basically all I have for you guys. I know this one was a relatively shorter gaming pickups, but I just didn't have as much stuff this time because with Valentine's Day coming up, and just with my last pickups and stuff, and I also pre-ordered a new game, and I pre-ordered the Bravely Second Collector's Edition to go with my Bravely Default Collector's Edition right there. So I'm going to be getting that hopefully in 3-4 months, and I'll be doing an unboxing of that. So be tuned to that when that comes around. So that's all I really have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any recommendations for games, leave them in the comment box below. Always happy to see your guys' game recommendations, and I often find very cool games through that. And that's all I have. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.